Hey y'all, day 26. You will not believe that I literally almost missed today. I was laying down. I was laying down, almost ready for bed, and God told me, you didn't go live today. So here I am, 5 minutes to go. The question for today is, what are you studying heavy right now? What am I studying heavily right now? I would say the most heavy thing that I'm studying right now is fear, reasons for fear, and how to move through it. Okay, for like today, what I study, because I'm reading a few different things. But today, it's a book called Everything is Figure Outable. By Marie Forleo. She has, this might be loud, a very popular, successful, as in hella followers and stuff, podcast, YouTube, website. She has a really inspiring story. But anyway, her book, Everything is Figure Outable, is all about helping us move through fear. Well, mostly about that. The notion that like we make things bigger than what they really are. Anything that we want to do, we can. And helping us to get unstuck in case we hit a roadblock or what have you. So the book, the part that I'm studying right now is specifically about fear. And it is addressing the fact that we have placed the negative beliefs around fear. Yes, we get feelings, and all of the feeling may not be delightful. That fear is just, how do you explain it? She basically breaks down that fear could actually be, we have placed the negative connotations around fear. Every thought, every feeling, we choose whether it's positive or negative. And we as a people could have missed the mark in that fear could actually be a sign, as in, and we're not talking about the fear of like walking in front of a bus or like the innate fear in us to help keep us alive. Fear of doing things that we really want to do, but we're scared of failure, of judgment, of criticism. So she talks about like when you ask someone to define what is fear, like you can't really wrap words around it. You'll talk about the feeling and things like that, but like words to truly define it. And she just is saying like possibly we could have put negative connotations around something that was meant to be a guiding light for us, or like this alarm that yes, that's what you're supposed to be doing. Go that way type of thing. And she talks about, and who else? I think Earl Nightingale, Bob Proctor, they talk heavily about fear too, and this idea of pushing through fear. So Bob Proctor has, and he may not have made this up, but he is who I got it from, called the terror barrier. And so anytime, it doesn't even have to be anything drastic, like, oh, I'm going to go speak on the stage of 5 million people. Anytime you actually are choosing to do something different than you typically do. Joe Dispenza talks about this too. All hell breaks loose in your mind. And so we'll just use the example of you doing something that was fearful, like you've always wanted to be a public speaker, and say now you got your first crowd of 500, that all the anxiety and fear we feel before that, Mel Robbins speaks about this too. if we learn to understand it as the body, like, no, it could be very much like, no, this is not what we usually do. You shouldn't do this. You're blah, blah, blah. All the negative things we tell ourselves. If we prepare ourselves for that and we understand that, it's likely the brain just trying to keep us safe. Remember, the brain is not created to help us thrive, but to survive. If we understand it, if we expect it, and if we just push through it instead of walking back into our comfort zone, then on the other side of that is what we have been wanting, what we're going for. And you just continue to do that. Marie Forleo in her book also speaks about how even the most famous person still experiences fear, still has to push through it. So it's not something that's only to certain people, it's for everybody. So that's what I'm studying heavily right now. And Bob Proctor, Marie Forleo, Joe Dispenza, Neville Goddard, Earl Nightingale are good resources for that. And that's right at midnight. See you guys tomorrow.